Welcome back to Division 2. It is Matchday 9 in Season 8 of the SOSL. I am TVC and I am joined by...
Laser.
Welcome back, Laser. I'm always so excited to cast with you. I love casting with any of our new casters, you included. I can't believe it's almost been a full season now, hey?
Yeah, over the halfway point, and it's just excellent races in the table for both divisions, but this is actually my first time casting for Division 2, so I'm excited.
Yeah, some fun things happen down here in Division 2, especially when some of the younger teams play. We get some weird results and weird goals, and that's what I love seeing. That's probably my favorite part about casting Division 2 games.
Yeah, it's my favorite part about watching them, too.
Well, we've got some high-quality matches in front of us, despite the fact it's actually going to be Seoul taking on AC Romana. That's going to be the game I'm looking forward to today.
Yeah, that is a big one for me as well. I'm also, largely because Seoul is top of the table, of course, with their 19 points. And
Absolutely.
yeah, but Romana is also on a little bit of a run, not having lost in 5 games. But first game on the table will be Accra and Montreal, which is Accra on 11 points and a -1, and Montreal on 9 points and a +1.
Yeah, Accra, I think, ran into a bit of a buzzsaw. They didn't lose. Last week was a bit of a stutter. Actually, no, last week they did lose. I'm forgetting. It's 2 weeks ago they were playing into London. It was a draw. Last week they did run into the buzzsaw. That buzzsaw was Red Star Laos, who did defeat them 2-0.
Yeah, and Laos themselves looking to jump up the table if they can get a good result here. All of 3rd place through 7th in the table are within a victory of each other, so 3 points.
Oh, that's insane. I did get my teams mixed up. I'm sorry. Montreal was the team that drew against Inter-London. Back-to-back draws for Inter-London, who will be playing later on today against Reykjavik. They drew 2-2 last match day. It was a really good match, actually. And they will take on Accra away. So it'll be an
and Montreal hasn't outright won a game in 5 outings.
Yeah, been a bit of a minute for them since the beginning of the season. We do see this from time to time. One of their 2 wins came from Matchday 1, which they defeated Inter-London 4-1, and then second win came against Kaapstad.
Yes, indeed, as we get kicked off with the action here. It'll be Montreal with the ball first, and Accra on the defense. Accra gets a quick interception, and we won't have anything doing off the kick.
However, if it ever comes back, I direct your attention to the top right-hand side as the shot whizzes over the bar there. Accra are playing in a strikerless formation. Look at that! Look at that!
What a
that?
formation that's a 3-4-3, maybe?
It is the patented Zenlos 11.
Yeah. Yeah, and Accra had that one attacking move with Tucker that we were commenting on their formation, and now they're trying to attack again. It'll be Berbatov tries to put in a through ball for Druid and intercepted pretty easily. That was a sloppy attempt at intercepting. Oh, Casual just put it over the net. That would have been a goalkeeper assist if he had gotten that one in.
Yeah, I think we've seen one or two of those come from Yannick Anderson in Division 1, but haven't seen too many of them in Division 2. Red Star Laos, the last team to employ that sort of tactic, if I recall.
Yeah, I think they did do that. Everyone always tries it at least once, I think, just to shake it up and see what they can get going. Here's Montreal with a through ball from Peterson, headed out of the box intended for Wilk. Wartooth will recover and give it to Funyuns. Puts it into the backfield to recycle. Matthew to Funyuns. Williams puts it forward to Wilk. He's got Wartooth on the wing. Wartooth puts in a cross for Manone. Shoots, saved by King. Offside.
Somebody was offside. Casual, I think, but I didn't quite see in which passage of play he was off.
Yeah, it was Casual. I thought there for a minute the ref had blown for a penalty, and I was going to be very confused.
Yeah, considering the ball was so far out of the box.
Yeah. And here's Peterson up the left wing again. Puts in a cross. It'll be Wilk. He has an unopposed header, and he just missed. Oh, you've got to put that home if you're Wilk.
Yeah, crosses the front of the net. A little unlucky from him as well. Sometimes it does trickle across the line for you. Not this time.
As Wartooth puts in a cross, will be headed out by Zerhuni. Druid is not fouled, and Montreal will have a good attacking position. It'll be headed by Barbatov. Tried to go back to the keeper, and Casual got in the way, and he puts it in the back of the net for his fourth of the campaign. And
I'm a little shocked the Accra players aren't swarming the ref right now. That was an aggressive forecheck to force this turnover in the midfield, which leads this attacking play. Again, unfortunate from Berbatov that header did find the mark, but the pass did not find the intended target. Casual intercepts and tucks that home.
Yeah, that was... Accra's not going to be very happy about that one. Montreal wants to make it too quick. He's got Casual. He shoots. King saves. Out for a corner.
Yeah, could have been too quick right there. That's Casual's number 4th goal. Could have been the 5th, but we still have an entire match to see if that comes.
Yeah. Early scores mean a lot of action typically, or at least a lot of suspense. Accra puts in a throw, and they will try to work something up. They did well attacking in the first few minutes, but haven't had anything since then, as that's a... Oh, that was a chance that got to waste. Druid recovered his own mistake. Kimawatu has a chance. He shoots. It's blocked. Zerhuni, had a chance. It was also blocked, and it'll be out. That was just a whole bunch of stuff happening all at once.
So I'm starting to see what this formation from Accra is doing, right? They're forcing the play down the middle, but because they're forcing it so far down the middle, Montreal are having a really hard time finding enough bodies to track back.
Yeah. Yeah, and with so many people just up on the same line, it's really... I think Montreal's finding it difficult to decide exactly which player is going to be getting the through ball.
It's because it could be any one of the 4 up there.
Yeah. Yeah, that only works when you're able to put your through balls on target, though, and Accra has struggled to do that so far. It'll be Wartooth to Wilk. Wartooth again. That's a good through ball to Casual. Oh, wow, that was close to the corner.
Just tipped. Got enough on that was King.
Yeah, and that corner is going to be headed out. Matthew recovers. Resets to Peterson.
Now, what we saw earlier was Wilk on that wide side. Interestingly enough, this is kind of where I think Accra's formation is a little weak. Obviously, they have no one out on the flanks. We haven't seen Montreal punish too often.
Yeah, they've done, I think
Oh, there
here's
it is.
Manone with a good chance. Llewellyn, is that correct? Llewellyn heads it out.
Llewellyn, I think.
Llewellyn, that was close. Montreal working it around the back end. Putting it in now. Wilk with a through to Peterson on the side. He'll want to put in a cross. Does so. Wilk heads over the bar.
Okay, now they're doing it. Now they're doing it, right? You saw how much space he had on that left-hand side, completely unmarked. Not a man within 10 feet of him, right?
Yeah.
He had all the time in the day to send that cross in, and he found his man. It's just unfortunate that Montreal didn't find the back of the net there, right? So watch for that to happen for the rest of this match.
Yeah, and Accra's going to have to get they're going to have to attack more. I think not having a striker is part of the reason they haven't been able to, since they don't have somebody that's designated to get that through ball too. But on the same token, they've done well in crowding the box and trying to keep Peterson's crosses quiet off the wing, but he's going to start punishing them soon enough.
Yeah, and I can understand why Accra have chosen to go strikerless today as Selleck comes in for that attacking midfielder, that false striker, or the shadow striker. It's because Montreal are playing with the 3 center backs at the back. Even with a single striker up top, it's actually probably worse just to have the one.
Yeah, that's true.
Because now it's 1 against 3, as opposed to you go strikerless, you have all 3 of those midfielders, the wingers in play, so you can overwhelm the defense a little bit easier than if it's just that sole striker.
Yeah, I think so. That's a clearance by the keeper. Pretty much passed it to the other keeper, said, "Here you go." And Montreal will want to build something. It'll be Wartooth on the wing. Puts in a cross. It'll be Manone over to Peterson. Peterson has space on the wing. Motor. Peterson wants to get in a cross. Does so. Excellent save by King. Manone put a furious shot on goal there, and King got across to save it. Funyun's corner. Saved again. I couldn't even see who shot. 2 good saves by King in a row.
The sub does kind of surprise me just a little bit. The reason being is I don't feel like Selleck is the greatest in the air. And in a formation like this, we've seen that Accra are having difficulties progressing the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good chance that King just jumped through his own net on that save with the ball in his hands. I feel like it's another instance where we need the goal line technology.
He's found the loophole.
Yeah. Oh, there's a chance. It's Berbatov. He's up against Duke. Oh, Wartooth tackles from behind and gets it away. That was the best chance Accra's had all match. It'll be Selleck over to Dion. Back to Chenkinger. Over to Zerhuni. Druid. Through ball to Kimawatu. Kimawatu shoots and scores! Gets it past Brian Duke, and it's 1-1.
There's Kimawatu. Kimawatu chipping in with the goal. 2nd of the year, I think, for them. Yeah, 2nd of the year for the Tongian midfielder. They were on fire for Accra in Division 1 last year. Has found it a little difficult this year to find that same impact. But still, that goal is going to be important for Accra as it ties the game in a game in which has been very, very close. And I apologize. I did say it was Berbatov that came off. I was wrong. Clearly, Berbatov's still out there. It was Tucker that came out.
Yeah, and that's Montreal has shown that they are able to get very close to the net. I think that I would be a little surprised if they're not able to get another one or get at least some more good shots on goal. Oh, no. Oh, Tamana Whittington tried to block a low cross from Peterson intended for, I believe, casual, and just knocked it past King into his own goal.
What did I say about Division 2 and chaos?
Oh, that's so unlucky.
I know what Whittington was trying to do there, but quite frankly, was a step behind, put the foot in the wrong spot, and just a lazy goal.
Yeah, that decent idea, horrendous execution by Whittington. And that means that Montreal just needs to hold on and not let Accra score in the last 20 minutes of the game. Funyuns on the wing to Minone. Puts in a cross blocked by Lelin. I am never going to get that name right. Dion attacking. Selleck. Here's a clear chance for Selleck. Shoots over the net. Yeah, I can't fault him for shooting there with what was going on, but
yeah, Funyuns is closing the gap real quick, and credit to Funyuns, incredible work back, good work ethic.
yeah. Yeah, in that situation, you at least want to see some kind of save, but can't fault the decision.
Yeah, certainly under pressure.
Druid to Dion. Akra's in an attacking sense. Druid comes forward, puts it across, headed out by Wartooth, intended for Berbatov. Wilk on the counter. Scheckinger. Berbatov, Kimoatu, Zerhuni, Selleck is offside. $10 now.
And quickly running out of it.
Yeah, now it's down to 2. But here's a good chance for Accra. I don't think they have anyone close enough. Oh, here we go. And it's saved. Zerhuni's shot bounces off of Matthew.
It was a really good hold up by Druid there, trying to earn the penalty. Ref wasn't giving it to him. To be fair, Accra wasn't fouling him either.
Yeah, and that'll be the game. First match of the day is over, and it will be Montreal taking a 2-1 victory over Accra, and it's Tamana Whittington, Accra's own player, who gives away that. It gives 2 points away.
Yeah, but all in all, I think that this is a pretty fair result. XG-wise, it is exactly as the XG writes it. It's 2-1, scoreline's 2-1, and we don't get this too often in FM. But I don't think either team can feel too hard done by. Of course, Whittington is going to be upset about that one. That one looked a little silly, but Montreal had more than their fair chances to score a second, and just so happened that's how it happened.
I agree. I think it's the deserved end score, as you said. It's going to be very tough to stomach how it happened, but I think at the end of the day, it's about what should have happened.
Yeah, for Accra, this is going to be a difficult result on the scoreboard. Sorry, on the standings for them. They were sitting in third with a win here. Montreal get 12 points. They leapfrog from 6th all the way to 3rd and overtake Accra, who get bumped down to 4th.
Yeah, Montreal could theoretically drop back to 5th if
Absolutely.
Romana and Reykjavik both win their games.
Yes, and in fact, a AC Romana draw might see them. Actually, hold on. No, Montreal have a better goal difference, absolutely,
Yes.
especially if AC Romana draw.
Yeah, Montreal has 4 goals over Romana.
Well, they do now.
Yes. And next up is going to be one of our more interesting games. It'll be Laos and Kaapstad. Laos they've scored in 7 of their 8 games so far this season, and in fact have scored the 3rd most goals in the league. But they have allowed the most goals in the league. And They are 7th in the table with 8 points.
Yeah, I'm going to have a very frank and honest moment here. This is something that Zenlos kind of said the other day at the end of our cast, but I'll bring it back up again. This should be a clown fiesta.
Yeah, it should be interesting, if nothing else.
Red Star Laos currently in 7th, FC Kaapstad in 8th. Red Star Laos still a very young team. They are on the up and up, of course. A win today would put them on 11 points, and you saw earlier, Accra is on 11 points now, so it could bring them up into the fold. But again, they're a very young team. The other side of the field, FC Kaapstad have not won a league match in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
What's more to be said?
Yeah, Kaapstad with 4 goals in Division 2 this season in 8 games, and they've been shut out in 5 of their 8 appearances so far. But Scud Muffin has been, yes, Scud Muffin has been very good for them of late, and he has been the most effective weapon that they have, so they'll be looking to him to make the difference today.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited to see how this works out for Kaapstad and Laos. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah. Hopefully a lot of excitement here as Berger clears it out. Rigmarole. Enormous. Barry. That was intended for chicken from Tame, but Kaapstad recovers.
Kaapstad lined up today in a narrow 4-4-2 diamond. Every time we... Sorry, what?
I was just going to say there's a throw in from Laos. Tame had a chance there, bouncing it off of Tato and himself. And Tato will now counter. Tame just takes it back. Over to Dello. To Messi. To Barry. To Normus. Rigmarole is right there. He'll bypass. Rigmarole cuts in. Normus still with it. Header for Nagatoro Maradona. And is not accurate. So it'll be a goal kick for Kaapstad.
So while Kaapstad lined up in that narrow 4-4-2 diamond, on the other side of the pitch, Red Star Laos are lined up in a super asymmetric 4-2-4.
Here's a good chance. It's Muller. Wow. Long distance shot that was accurate, but Berger didn't have too much trouble with the save.
Yeah, just needed to get his hand to it, and he did. It goes over the bar.
Yeah, the corner goes to the foot of Muffin, who we mentioned is one to watch for today. Gary Hogg and Brock Sherwood as well are some of the... Oh, wow, that is very asymmetric. A right winger and a central attacking midfielder lined up a bit to the left. It'll be Gary Hogg to Sherwood to Krustis. They are playing with fire, and there it goes. Rigmarole takes the ball away, gets pushed by Hogg. Rigmarole puts it across. Chicken.
Well, that's in the back of the net, but that's going to be an offside. We're not even going to replay.
Yeah, I thought it had bounced off of the top of the net and then somehow dropped in, but offside it was. Muffin puts it back for David Doug, who shoots. Very hard shot at Josh Berger, but he puts it behind, and it'll be another corner.
At first, I thought he missed, but Berger making the good save there. Just
yeah,
the way
that
the
was
ball bounced.
Lightning quick.
Yeah, he's certainly been called upon very early on in this match. Josh Berger has been good to the challenge so far, but I'm sure he's hoping his defense steps up just a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's Kaapstad after an offside deep in their own territory. They'll put it down the field very quickly. It's Modelo against Pat Tato. Suarez shoots, but it's over the net, and it's another goal kick for Josh Berger.
Someone to watch today is Chang Shang Princess on the side of Red Star Laos, currently sitting on a league-leading 6 yellow cards.
That is a lot of yellow.
Yet no red. How ironic.
Oh
no!
Oh no! Oh, Kaapstad.
Speaking of red, there it is!
Oh, Ramon Martinez with the goal off the assist from Furious Chicken, who headed the pass from Berger forward. Kamavinga came to recover, backed off when he saw Hall coming out. And that left the tiniest window for Rolón Martinez to chip it into the back of the net.
Martinez, the German winger, new to the league, I believe. I think he is a rookie, and that's his 4th goal of the year so far.
Oh my, what a mistake that was from Kaapstad. And Red Star is going to want to punish them again. They have a small chance. Oh, goodness, Hall with the save. Normus's shot. Very close.
Yeah, for Kaapstad now, it's important for them to stop the bleeding. And they just need to regain some composure and just slow the game down. Red Star Laos are not letting them do that.
No. And Pat Tato is getting absolutely beaten up with the football today. I think Chicken and Nagatoro Maradona have both kicked it into him at least 4 times. Roostis to Hogg on the clearance. That was a chip from midfield from Muller, and Red Star easily able to recover. Gary Hogg gets it right back. Sherwood puts it back to the keeper. Kamavinga over to Muller to Tato. Changshan Princess heads away a pass intended for Suarez. Mazrin Tame pass to Rigmarole. That's forward for Rolón Martinez. He's got 3 charging in the middle. Puts in a cross. Modelo scooped by Hall.
And let's all take a breath.
Yes. We saw yellow from Pat Tato right there at the end of the half, and it'll be 1-0 at the half.
Yeah, into the halftime we go, 1-0 for Red Star Laos. I'm sure they're going to be pleased with that, but I'm also sure that that's probably a fair result headed into halftime here. Just a really, really strong half from Red Star. They look to be on the gas the entire match so far, entire half at the very least.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Kaapstad hasn't done terribly in getting forward and getting chances. They've had some good shots, but they've also had a lot of corners that haven't really gone anywhere because it's difficult to get corners, of course, with all the congestion in the box. But they've had their chances, and I would imagine they'll come out of the half wanting to make the most of them. Because there's a sub. It's Skuma Holkavado in for Jorgen Muller.
So a change in the midfield here for Kaapstad, looking to bring in some fresh legs more than likely. It's what we've seen come from them, or rather their success coming from this midfield possession. This narrow 4-4-2 diamond is really kind of good at holding that ball in that midfield. Obviously, it's narrow, but unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of this, right?
Yeah.
Kaapstad really able to hold the ball, but that's kind of because Laos aren't pressing them very hard when they have the ball. They're just kind of letting them get bored. And when Kaapstad get bored, they'll hoof it up the field.
Yeah. Oh, what a save by Hall. Rigmarole crossed into the head of Chicken, who has proven to be an aerial force, but Dexter Hall able to make the save.
Yeah, Chicken looking for his goal number 7 for the league, looking to close the gap to K. Clements.
Here's Rigmarole. Has a good chance. Doesn't put it with enough mustard. It'll be another save for Hall. Kaapstad have got to start attacking. Kamavinga, Sherwood, Holkavado, Pat Tato. Chased down by Tame, who takes the ball away, gives it to Rigmarole to Rolón Martinez. Rigmarole on the wing, puts in a cross. Chicken head saved by Hall again.
I'm really enjoying watching this Red Star Laos team hit the counter. They're not so great at possessing the ball, no. Kaapstad are keeping them from doing it. But whenever Kaapstad turn the ball over, it's almost instantaneously that we're seeing that attack turn on for Laos.
Yeah. Yeah, they're making a lot of opportunities with that. Just not wasting any time at getting to the ball. And that's... thought we were going to have another mistake there, but we do not. That'll be Normus over to Dion, over to Tame. Or not Dion, I'm sorry, Dello. Dion is on Accra.
Oh, Lazy, don't count your fears. Chicken's too soon. We're not done yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be still a lot of action left to go in the game, but we've also seen a lot of action from Laos.
Yeah, 60 minutes gone now.
Here is an attacking chance that is blocked by Messi, and it'll be a throw for Kaapstad.
Lionel Messi, of course, of the Argentinian fame, whom in our league is a legendary center back.
Yes.
Still 5'7".
Yes, and here's another chance for Laos. What a save again by Hall on Delo's shot. Krustis blocks the shot from Rigmarole. Scud Muffin picks it up, running up the wing. Stops, gives it to Krustis, over to Sherwood. Headed away by Rigmarole. Rolon Martinez puts in a through ball for Furious Chicken. Is he onside? If he is, that's a beautiful goal.
Just goes around the keeper here. Really composed play by Furious Chicken. I said earlier he was looking for number 7. That is going to be number 7 on the league board for him. Number 8 all year. Just a tidy little finish. The defender was there. As a defender, you really can't do too much in that situation. Stand where you stand. If he hits you, then you're lucky, and if he doesn't, then whatever. Back to the middle.
Oh, here's a good chance. Oh, he's offside. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Oh, just as I was saying, Hall has made a bunch of great saves today. He certainly still has, but perhaps dove a bit early to try and make the stop on that particular instance, the goal by Chicken.
Yeah, I can't fault him too much. His team put him in a bit of a rough position, and as a keeper, you want to force the shooter to make a decision there, right? And the decision was made. It just so happens that, unfortunately, the ball was also held on to after the decision was made.
Yeah, not too terrible, and Hall has still done incredibly well. Picks up another, well, that won't be a save, as it was his own player that gave it back to him, but...
Well, I mean, it could be if they keep doing this.
Yeah, cleared out to Suarez. Muffin gets it. Muffin shoots over the net, and it'll be a goal kick for Berger. 10 minutes for Kaapstad to score 2. Reload Martinez. Normus. Modelo. To Normus again. Dello and he are playing a bit of a 1-2. Excuse me, that's a 4-5. That's a 6-7. And oh my goodness. Oh, I thought that was in.
Yeah, that certainly looked like it had the bend, just not the curve. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Well, it would have been a great shot. If it misses the goal, it's not particularly a great shot.
I don't think the fan who took the ball home would agree with you.
Well, you're not wrong there. That's a cross from Zimmer, headed over the net from Suarez, and Berger doesn't have to worry about it. And it certainly seems as though Kaapstad is going to be shut out for the 6th time this season.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate fact of that last opportunity for Kaapstad is, to be quite frank, that's the closest they've gotten to goal the entire match.
Yeah, that will put Kaapstad on 3 points still, but they will drop to a -12 goal difference. Laos will jump to 11 points and a 0 goal difference, so they will jump Accra in the table.
Yeah, if you're Kaapstad, it's just another one of those notches on the season board. It's unfortunate. The defense played well, and there's a lot to build on there, but they're gonna have to start building.
Yeah, the building blocks are there for Kaapstad. They're slowly getting better. It's a matter of, as you said, putting the blocks in place. I think they have most of them there. They just need to start connecting them now.
Yeah, and when that all comes together, Red Star Laos are a really good example of that, right? Last season they were the building blocks, and this year they really look like they're gelling. Really impressed by how well Rolon Martinez has fit into that team. That second striker has really opened up the avenue for Furious Chicken.
Yeah, he has. And Chicken, with being such a dominant force in the air, regardless, he's always going to be a threat to any team up against him. And that will bring us to our third match of the day. It will be Inter London and Reykjavik United.
Okay, so Seoul are the end of the day. So this match is important in the sense that if Inter-London win, they will take provisional pole. Sorry, it is Formula One season again, so I get to say that again. On the other side, though, another win would put them even, or even a draw at this point, would put them further away from Accra, who sit at 11th. I think Montreal did, obviously they did win. That's why Accra have 11 points. So Montreal currently 5 off of Inter-London, and a draw for Inter-London at the very least would put them 6 clear of promotion, right? And coming into match day 10 of 14, that is big.
Yeah. Yeah, with only 5 games left, if you're 6 clear of promotion, you just have to win a couple more, take a couple draws, have a couple teams lose, and you're up.
You're on your way.
That's all it takes. London, the second most goals in the league so far this season. They do have one of the better defenses as well. They are tied for second with 2 other teams, 4 goals scored against headed into the match. London have won their last outing in D2 against Reykjavik, though they drew 1-1 in their cup match in the group stage.
Yeah, and I believe Reykjavik got their, I want to say, number a couple seasons ago. Formerly Sydney City. So this rivalry not unfamiliar, though it's been a few years, a rebrand, and pretty well a new team over on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah. And for Reykjavik, the big names to watch for are the Scarpetta brothers. They've been driving forces for Reykjavik for the last little bit. Here's Letitia on the wing, puts it across. Oh, boy, O'Rourke just missed that one.
Yeah, you mentioned the Scarpetta brothers. Roberto Scarpetta was the star of last match for all the wrong reasons. I'm sure he'll want to make good on that today.
Yeah. Yeah, much like Tamana Whittington in our first game today, Scarpetta scored an own goal against his own team, and his, oh goodness, McGurk with an ambitious shot that's just wide.
I thought it ended up in the back of the net. It ended up back behind the net. It's weird how physics works in this game.
Yeah. Those are several very close passes by Reykjavik, and London is able to recover. But as I was saying about Scarpetta, scored the only goal in Reykjavik's game against Romana last week, but unfortunately it counted for the other side, and Reykjavik went home.
What I will say, it was a pretty shot, though.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a shot to behold for many reasons, as Jerry puts in oh, goodness, it's off the post. Jerry put in a free kick, and it went off of the post, got cleared out by Reykjavik, and it's another corner for London.
Yeah, I think it was Ruma who headed that onto the crossbar.
I believe you may be right. Oh, he's offside, so he doesn't touch it.
God, I hate it when they do that. Every time the set piece taker's gonna be offside, they play it back to them anyway, and it's not like the players are dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Letitia trying to put it in. Oh, there's O'Rourke. Oh my, what a save by Yeboah.
I think that might be the save of the year for Tony Yeboah, and we've seen some pretty good saves. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was... I don't know how he got across that fast. For saves like that, I wish we had an instant replay for saves.
We'd be here all day between matches.
True. Very true. Scarpetta brothers passing it back and forth, back to Lua, puts it up, intended for Andrews, who actually heads it forward to O'Rourke. Yeboah with another good save, and it'll be a corner. Hall putting it in for Reykjavik. In it goes, out it's put by Rama. With diver to Hall. Hall to Manone. I thought it was going to be intercepted, but he retains possession. Manone up the wing. Puts in a pass, intercepted by Millard. London had an interesting decision to pass it right in front of the net, but it doesn't hurt them in the end.
Yeah, a couple of 3-foot passes played in front of the keeper with 2 attackers lurking. Yeah, interesting is definitely the word there.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be London on the attack now. Yore, DeFleur, Clements. Lua saves.
Great save by Lua there. Kiklemans looking to add on to his league-leading 11 goals. Could not in that situation. Went short side and got beat by the keeper.
Yeah, K. Clements is like the 0-44 of Division 2, sometimes it feels like. Always there.
I think when they were in Division 1, Kiklemans and the 44 were in the same amount of running before, or just slightly after the halfway mark, and then Ingerland's season took a downward turn, and Athena's season took an upward turn, and as it so happens, when those teams win, their goal scorers score.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw at the half there, it was very close on the expected goals, and I would say I feel that's pretty fair. Both teams have had some good attacking moments. I mean, that one shot that Reykjavik had that Yeboah was somehow able to get over and save was beautifully worked, and it, in all likelihood, reasonably should have been a goal. But you got to applaud the athleticism that Yeboah showed to get across and stop it.
Yeah, no, it's in terms of tactical breakdown of how this game is going, Inter London playing in a narrow 4-4-2 against Reykjavik here, who are lined up in a 4-3-3 with the defensive midfielder and their wingers. So Inter London looking to play through the center of the pitch, and for Reykjavik, they've got plenty of bodies in the center. They can deal with that, right?
Yeah.
It's out wide that they're looking to take advantage of, and we're seeing a lot of attacks from Reykjavik originate from the further wider areas. We saw that cross that nearly beat Yeboah was from a little deeper out wide, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Inter London, though, they've not been able to find too much progression up the midfield. They've gotten a lot of chances off their set pieces, but open play hasn't been very, very good for them.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeboah again.
I think that barely missed, though. He would have made the save. Don't think he needed to.
There's times where I can't tell what he saves and what he doesn't.
I mean, he does a really good job of selling it, so
This is fair.
I would not trust that man in the box of the opposition. He might fall over to the stiff breeze.
Yeah. Because here's London with a chance. It's DeFleur who's running up the wing, puts in a cross. Jerry got a foot on it, but Lua got 2 hands on it. And we are flying through this second half. Only 10 minutes left.
Wow, holy smokes. Where'd the game go?
5 minutes. I guess neither team wanted to do anything after coming out of the locker room. And that's almost the game. There's seconds left. Out of nowhere.
We had the rare highlight list second half.
Yeah, I think this is the second highlight in the second half. Oh, and okay. Cleared out by London. I thought that Reykjavik had a chance there. Call to Letitia. 15 seconds. They've got to get it forward if they want to try to get a shot at the net, and even then, they'll have to get it past Yeboah. Dimitrov. There it is. That's a 0-0 draw for Inter London and Reykjavik.
Now Inter London looking at the memories from last year and cringing. The reason being is a draw with Kaapstad last year was the reason why they wound up short on points at the end of the season. Will this be the reason that they end up short on points at the end of the year? We will see. I think that they, like I said earlier, even with a draw today, are still 6 points clear. So should be okay. But it's definitely been a tough run of form for Inter London. 3rd draw in a row and winless through 5, I believe. Actually, hold on. They may have won their 4th go.
They only have 2 outright losses so far this season, according to my notes.
One of them at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
And the other one the other day against Catalonia in the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
this-
it's been a streak of poor form, winless in the last 4.
Yeah, and Reykjavik have, I believe they've also been struggling a little bit. They'll be happy to get that draw. Should have been a draw for them last week against Romana, who plays next against Seoul. And as it stands, if Romana were to win, they would be 4 points back of Inter-London, and they would be 5 back of Seoul if they're able to pull out with 3 points.
This is a real big opportunity for AC Romana to make up a lot of lost ground, right? Everyone in front of them kind of lost. AC Romana, Accra lost to Montreal. Montreal did move up, but Montreal were behind AC Romana by 2 points at the start of the day, right?
Yep.
Reykjavik drew with Inter-London. There was an outright win for them, so they didn't get the 3 points. Of course, Red Star Laos did win out, but they were at the start of the day 3 points behind AC Romana. So real opportunity for AC Romana to pull up an upset, climb themselves up the board. However, standing on the other side of the pitch is the league leaders, Seoul, who are league leaders for a reason.
Yeah, Seoul last time defeated Romana with a score of 3-1. Seoul also is coming off of a draw 1-1 with Kaapstad. And currently we have, provisionally, Romana has yet to play, and they are one of the 4. But we have 4 teams on 11 points, and 3 of them have a -2 goal difference.
Oh my God.
And then, of course, Montreal on 12, London on 18, Seoul on 19, Kaapstad on 3.
Lisa, imagine all this drama for the standings to be locked in by Matchday 12.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You have all this drama in the midfield, and the top 2 spots are already locked in.
Yeah. I mean, the 2 leaders of the pack are quite far ahead. Anything can happen, of course, but it would take a lot for either Seoul or London to fall, especially with how just cutthroat this entire middle of the pack is.
Well, I've said it from day one. I am a fan and an agent of chaos. Let's see what happens.
Yes. It'll be... Well, Seoul got the ball off kick. Romana quickly intercepted, and it will be a throw at the half-minute mark.
Seoul are lined up in a conventional 4-2-4 today, and what are AC Romana lined up in, Laser?
They are in a 4-4-2 with 2 mids and 2 wingers.
Actually, I think it's a 4-2-4. You're both lined up in the same formation.
Very well, maybe. I have... I will admit I have yet to fully understand the numerical associations aligned with tactics. There's Jeffrey Levert has scored! The flag is up.
Oh, he's offside.
Oh, what a goal it would have been.
It looked like it was offside early on, but let's see a
did.
replay here. Oh, yeah, everyone was kind of offside.
Yeah, what a goal it would have been because the keeper was just frozen.
And it was a delicious volley from Levert, delivered on a pass to his preferred foot. It just doesn't happen like that very often.
Yeah. Aloisi with the chance to shoot does so.
Chose to go on the far side. Not something you see very often, especially when you're opposite foot. But good ambitious opportunity for Seoul.
Yeah, and they'll want to continue attacking. Holmberg tries to shoot, but he's a good fair bit over the goal. Romana has lined up with 2 inverted wingbacks today on the edges, the Nunez brothers. We will see if they are able to do anything differently than they usually do in their attacking fullback positions.
Yeah, I should see them cut inside just a little bit more. That midfield's going to hold, and that space in front of them is where they're going to cut in.
Here's a good chance for
that
Paul.
Rear.
Saved by Hill, cleared by Stojakovic. Mann throws into Paul, back to Mann. Oh, intercepted by Schweinsteiger. Not a great pass. Stojakovic back to Hill. Clears it. Tenderloin recovers to Jirasek. Through to Mann. Missed. He's offside.
Yeah, he is offside, but for AC Romana, this is a sure sign they need to slow things down.
Yeah, they need to slow things down, get to the other side of the field, just do something to get Seoul out of their territory. Put them on the back foot, take away the confidence they have building. And that is not how you do it. Not a great pass from Levert. Jeremiah, back to Stojakovic.
That's what AC Romana need. A little bit of slow progression. Get the game swinging in their pace.
Yeah, Jeremiah, not a great pass. Soderberg heads it away. Soderberg has been very influential for Seoul so far this season on loan from Tokyo. De Silva is dribbling, shoots from long range. Kong is able to make the save fairly easily, but not a bad shot at all from that distance.
No, absolutely not. And the defense gave him the time of day. A little bit of disrespect there, and he took the opportunity. Though we can see why he was given the time of day.
An injury to Ivan Jirasek, playing in the central midfield role.
Yeah, luckily for Seoul, they do have a couple of midfielders on their bench, so a sub coming in here. Who's it gonna be? It's Chris Powell. Powell is a left fielder, baseball. Left winger, left back, left fielder, whatever you want to call it. He plays on the left side, not the central. So this should be a tough sub for Seoul.
Yeah.
And they got an entire match of it.
That was a ambitious through ball from De Silva. It'll be Seoul recovering. Tyson Nunez takes it away from Paul. Schweinsteiger to Jeremiah, up to Levert. Levert up to King. I think he was on from Ryan. Schweinsteiger recovers a blocked shot by King. Over to Jeremiah. Over to Schweinsteiger. To Jeremiah. To Schweinsteiger again. Something happened there. It looked like it got bounced off of somebody's foot, cleared out by Seoul for a throw.
And you know what I love about this? It was cleared out by Seoul.
Yeah. Oh my! Jeremiah puts it in the back of the net in stoppage time.
I'll tell you what, Jeremiah might not be very good at passing, but if that's what he's trying to do in his passes, I can tell you why he's not good at it.
Oh my
He's passing in the wrong direction.
Threaded the needle of his teammates on a first-time volley. What a shot from Jeremiah, and Romana takes a absolute gut punch right to Seoul. That goal right before the half is a stunner.
Yeah, but I can't say it's unearned. They had that opportunity from Levert early on in the match that didn't count. This one does, and this one does stick. So for Seoul, it's back to the drawing board for them. Certainly, they felt like they could be doing better, and I feel like they should be doing better, if I'm frank. But I'm Sarah, so unfortunately, they're not.
Yeah, I mean, Seoul have had some pretty good opportunities that they've had. Hill has saved a couple good shots, but it's been, I mean, just scoring, as we have Gunnar Kennedy coming in for Liam Ryan, scoring that close to the end of the half just throws plans completely out of whack. Gives Romana a boost going into the locker room. That was a tackle by man on Stojakovic right out the gate. Don't see that very often. It'll be Stojakovic to Smart, up to Nunez. Hill clears to the middle of the field. Seoul takes it. Through ball to Aloisi. Hill picks it up. Hill clears to the left side, and Kennedy will take it. Kennedy to Okamoto. Okamoto back to Kennedy. Zoidberg blocks. De Silva will recover. He's got Levert in front of him. Puts it through to Levert. Chips the keeper, and he's in. Kept on by Tenderloin, and Jeffrey Levert scores the second for Romana in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
Laser, you got any salsa with that chip?
What a goal.
What a beautiful piece of work for Levert, who has quite honestly earned this. I keep going back to it, but it was a wonder goal early on, and he didn't get that on the board, but that one will count, and I'm sure he'll take it.
Yeah, he's had several excellent goals this season that had been barely offside, but he did very well that time. Timed his run well. Excellent pass from De Silva, and Romana up 2 on the league leaders at the moment.
Yeah, that's number 6 for Lever.
Yes. Yes, it is. It'll be Romana looking to attack still. They are in attacking formation, but have struggled to have their strikers really contribute lately.
Well, I mean,
Nunez
it's
bounces a shot.
really hard to contribute when you're 10 feet offside, Jeff. What are you doing?
This is true. This is true. I believe that Levert was on a 4-game stretch without scoring prior to that goal today.
So getting that camel off of his back. Jeremiah scoring earlier. That was his 2nd goal of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Miro Schweinsteiger has 5 goals, but he has not scored in 6 matches.
Not too surprising from the winger, I believe.
Oh, here's a chance. Okamoto back in the net. He beat Hill.
Speaking of wingers, there's a Seoul's winger there chipping in with a goal. That's Shion Okamoto, formerly of Catalonia. I'm not sure if he's on loan or if it was a permanent move, looks like. So this is his team now. Used to play out in the wing for them. Instead, will play in the midfield for Seoul, or has played in the midfield for Seoul. And that's an incredible goal from him. Shows he still got his stuff.
Yes, it does. De Silva just put a shot a bit too high there off a throw from Romana, but that is a huge lift to Seoul. You can easily argue that they deserve that one at least.
Goal number 5 for Okamoto.
The wingers do like to score a good bit. Blocked by Zoidberg out for a throw.
I think it was an engine change back in 21, right? Because I remember in 20, the inverted forwards were the ones that were scoring, but no one else on that wing. Ever since 21. There it is.
Another goal for Seoul.
They like to go out wide, and it likes to result in goals.
That was off of this set piece. Okamoto to Holmberg. Danced around for a bit, put in the cross off the head. Man was just unmarked. Barely onside, and it's 2-2.
And that has a lot to do with Holmberg holding up the ball there, buying his team time to try to shift around, lose their marker, and that's exactly what happened there for Human. Human's number 5th goal of the year.
Aloisi wants to add another. Passes back to Pal, blocked by Jeremiah. Schweinsteiger will recover. And that was 2 in 7 minutes for Seoul, and now the momentum has totally shifted.
Halftime talk for Seoul really kind of ironed out some of their defensive deficiencies. They've looked much better in the second half. It's been much harder for Romana to find that gap to attack. On the other side, though, Seoul have been able to find those opportunities with the surging midfielders.
Yeah, and it's Seoul on the counter. Puts in a through ball. Hill makes the save.
Yeah, very nearly got in front there, but Cody Hill able to keep them in it.
Yeah, there's Glenn Smart. Free kick to Silva. Through ball for Levert. Levert back to Zoidberg. Zoidberg up the wing. Cross. Headed away by Mertz.
Still 20 minutes to go, and this game could go either way.
Forward to man. Saved by Hill.
I don't think either team are done scoring, but it's going to take a better shot than that.
Yeah, it just feels like there's going to be another goal at some point, if not 2.
I feel it in my bones, but I've been wrong often.
As have I. That's a good through ball to Paul. Nunez is there. Aloisi. Stojakovic tried to clear it and just missed the ball. Oh, and there's Soderberg. Off the post and in.
Well, not wrong today. Definitely felt like there was something like that on its way. And Stojakovic with a misplaced tackle. He did have enough time to get back in place. Unfortunately, he spent a lot of time compensating for the mistake that he made. Double covered a man. That left that gap for Soderberg. And when Soderberg sees a gap that big, you know that shot's coming out.
Yeah. Romana wants to get one back immediately. Nunez made a shot, but it was blocked. They'll recover the clearance. Baraka Aloisi, the striker, with 3 assists so far today. Romana with a corner.
A hat-trick of assists for Aloisi, who came into this match with 1 on the year.
Yeah. Tyson King with a ambitious shot. Romana will hold. Jeremiah with another ambitious shot. It'll be out off of Seoul for a throw.
Now, for the first time, AC Romana are behind in this match, and they do need to find a way back into it.
Yeah. 10 minutes left to do so. They've been very attacking, so it's not totally out of the question they can find a way to salvage a draw. Milton Nunez. There's King over the net.
And you have to feel like that's a missed opportunity there. A lot of time to rush the shot.
Yeah.
So just kind of holding it up now. They definitely know they are ahead.
Yeah, they don't really need to do much else. That's not good. That's a shot saved by Hill.
Aloisi looking to add a goal to his hat trick of assist. Hill wiser to the opportunity there.
There's a corner for Seoul. Headed out for another corner on the opposite side. And puts it in. Schweinsteiger heads it out. Holmberg will recover. Man with it. He's offside, as you were saying. The person that puts in the cross so often gets the ball, and they're so often offside.
I don't know why. It just feels like a bug in the coding that happens so frequently. We don't nearly see it happen as often in real life. Granted, it does happen.
Yeah, and it would take a massive mistake by Seoul to choke away the game at this point. He just hoofs that clear, and that's the game. Romana went up 2-0 and ended up losing by 1. That is a heartbreaker for Romana, especially after that disallowed goal by Levert.
Yeah, it certainly felt like that one came back to bite them. Unfortunate for AC Romana. Certainly felt like a draw might have been a fair result there, but Seoul just a tad more clinical when it came down to that second half. We did see Romana have chances in the second half. They just couldn't find a way to beat, I believe it was King Kong in net today for Seoul. And yeah, they're going to take a commanding lead up top right now. That win.
Yeah, and that is actually going to see Romana drop from 4th to 7th in the table.
Yeah, it goes both ways, doesn't it? If it's so easy to climb that table, it is just as easy to fall down it. And that's the unfortunate tale today. AC Romana unable to capitalize on the opposition's mistakes in front of them, but on the other side of the field, it was a tough day for everyone across the board, if I'm honest. I think really only Seoul happy with the result today.
Yeah. With 4 teams on 11, 1 on 12, it's still anyone's game, pretty much, up for grabs. 5 match days left in the season. Anything can happen, as you said.
Yeah, and for Red Star Laos, it certainly looks like they are coming into some good form. Who knows? Maybe we see them make a late season run.
Yeah, they currently are at the top of the 11-point teams with a two goal difference better than the next closest, which are, as we see here, Accra and Reykjavik tied. Romana and Red Star pretty much just switching places, as do Montreal and Accra.
Yeah, as opposed to the last week, we got a lot of shifting going on the scoreboard, on the standings there. You said it, 4 teams on 11 points right now, and it's a big pile up in the middle.
Yeah, it's 10 points between Seoul and Montreal. So Seoul is inching ever nearer to guaranteeing themselves a Division 1 spot next season.
They're 2 wins off of it, for sure. They're 1 win off next week if the right results go their way.
Yeah, they could have it locked up by I believe 3 or 4 weeks in advance, depending on how other results go.
Yeah, they don't play Montreal United till the end of the season, so it could still be an exciting race. But they do play Reykjavik, and if Montreal lose next week, I'm not quite sure who they take them on. Let me just double check. But if they do lose next week, I think that guarantees Seoul the promotion.
Yeah, Seoul has started to look a little bit more vulnerable lately, though. There early in the season, they looked like they were completely unstoppable, but after this Romana game today and the Kaapstad game last week, they've allowed 7 goals on the season, and 3 of those have come in the last 2 weeks.
Agreed. They're certainly not invincible. They can be hurt, but as of yet, it's been really difficult for anyone to figure out how to beat them. Only 1 loss on the season in the league so far. Bit of
To
a
Inter London,
tough,
I believe.
yeah, a bit of a tough cup group, so they didn't quite make it out of there. But all eyes ahead on the next coming matches.
Yes, indeed. It'll be a very interesting set of games again next week with so many teams right up. I mean, this is just, it's awesome to see this many teams so close and have every match matter for pretty much every single team.
Yeah, I agree. But we can only talk about this set around so long until
Yeah.
the next time of matches. I cannot wait to see what happens in match day 10. No, this is 10,
Yes.
right?
This
No,
is
this is 9. So match day 10. God, I'm bad at counting. Val would be so proud of me. Until then, I've been TVC and I've been joined by.
Laser.
Thanks for joining. Have a good night.
Have a good one.